Alright folks, today I'm gonna show you how to cook the perfect sous vide whiskey flank steak. You know what that means? It's time to grill. So this dish is so cool because it only has 3 ingredients. Ingredient number 1, flank steak. This is a small flank steak from Estillo Argentino, one of my favorite butcheries from Cologne. This is black ranch beef, which means is beef from South America. The video idea basically comes from a video I launched several weeks ago, where I cooked a ribeye steak completely in red wine, without any back, but kind of sous vide, poached, whatever people call that. So there were a lot of complaints about that video and a lot of people that gave me some more tips and ideas about that. So I decided to make a flank steak version with single malt whiskey. The difference today is that we're gonna put this into a sous vide bag and we're gonna add the liquids, in this case the whiskey instead of the red wine, into the vacuum bag. So that's more or less the idea, so it can cook with the liquid inside the bag for a longer time. So this is how we do it. Just add your whiskey. Of course you can use bourbon stuff if you are not into Scotch whiskey. And then we're gonna add some spices here. I used my brand new mixture Jack and Smoke, which is more or less the mixture of smoked salt and whiskey pepper with red berries inside. And we're gonna put this into your vacuum food sealer, food saver, but we don't need a vacuum, we only close the bag. So we just close the bag like so, and then we're gonna take the bag out and make, for security reasons, a second closing with the bag. That's just for security reason. Just take the bag out several centimeters back and again close the bag with your food saver. So this helps you that the whiskey and the flank steak will stay inside your bag and you don't have to watch them cooking while they cook in the sous vide. So that's it. The result is now, as you can see here, 2 completely versions of the closed bag. So you're safe right now. And all we have to do now is put this into water. That's it. This is how it looks like before. You might remember that. We see now, we see later how it looks afterwards. So this is my sous vide tool here. There are several companies out there, I know in the US as well, which have these. And all we have to do now is put this now to the temperature you want to have your steak. In Germany we use Celsius, so I decided to put this on 48 degrees. That's approximately 90 degrees or 95 degrees Fahrenheit, I guess. And my water was a little bit warmer, so the sous vide stick now cools this down to 48 degrees. And then we're gonna cook our steak in there for approximately 1 to 1.5 hours. So normally I prefer my steak about 52, so we have plenty of time, so we can throw this on our gas grill after cooking and it gets a nice crust and a nice color. And we won't overcook this one. So that easy, just take the bag into the water and then wait for 1 hour and 1.5. Yeah, if you haven't seen the red wine video, I will put the link at the end of the video so you can check it out there. A lot of people complained about that I will ruin my sous vide cooker with cooking that in red wine. There hasn't been a lot of trouble. After that, I'm still using the same thing. So this is how the steak looks like after cooking 1.5 hours in our whiskey and our whiskey pepper mixture. So take it out carefully and then you have to dry it up with paper towels. Of course you can see some peppercorns on there still. We try to remove them with a paper towel as well, so we can throw this on our gas grill. Otherwise the pepper will burn, and which is not so good for the flavor of the steak. Of course I will show you the ingredients and the list of interesting stuff and tools in my video description, so please check the video description out after you've watched the full video. Pretty easy, just clean it up like so, and then we're gonna throw this one on our gas grill. I have preheated my Broiking Regal full speed, and we're gonna grill this one for 1 to 1.5 minutes from each side, just to give it a little bit of a color and nice branding and some grill marks, and then we are ready to cut and see how we did it. Of course you can do this with any kind of steak you like. Just keep in mind that if you use bigger steaks than this small flank steak, for example ribeye steaks or rump steaks or sirloin cuts, whatever you call them, wherever you are located, so that the time of cooking in the sous vide and the time you can spend on your grill might take a little bit longer. Please keep in mind as well that if you use stuff like red wine or so, you might get any crust afterwards. You just get a little bit of a color, but it's not the same crust that you get if you cook the steak without the sous vide thing. So after some minutes from each side, as I mentioned, we can now see and cut in there and see how we did it. So this one is my new Chroma turbo knife that's pretty sharp, and as you can see here, it goes through your steak like butter. And this one I know that some of you might complain now that this is too rare. Some of you might complain that this is overcooked. I know that for me this is close to perfection. This is how I like it. So, but just feel free to grill the steak the way you like it. That's always the best way. So the knife's pretty cool here. We're gonna spread these out a little bit so we can take a nice picture. Then we're gonna add some more of that Jack and Smoke whiskey pepper red berry smoke salt mixture. It really has a nice whiskey flavor though. The steak really has a nice flavor. Just feel free to use any liquid you like, any spirit you like. If you have any great ideas, just let me know and write them into the comments. I'm gonna give this a shot right now. Please hit that thumb up button if you like this video, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Comments are always appreciated. Feel free to share this one with your family and your friends. That's the way I like it. Thanks for watching. I'm out. See you.